Hello everyone, welcome on in. This is the budget opening for the last paycheck in June. So it's kind of odd. We get paid every week and there's only technically 4 days left of June. But I always do it per the date that the paycheck is. So this will be listed as the last paycheck in June, even though we only have, like I said, like 3 or 4 days left. But that's okay. Hello everyone, my name is Susie. Welcome on into Susie Saves. If you're new here, we are a dual income household. It's me and my husband, and we do zero-based cash stuffing, cash budgeting. We get paid once a week, and so I budget every week. This might seem like a lot for some people. It was a lot to me when I first started, but it's just been what's worked best for us. I typically find that since we do get paid every week, if I wait till every 2 weeks to budget, we're going to have spent some of that money in between that time. So this just helps me stay right on track. So we're gonna go ahead and open this budget today. I'm actually really super excited for this month coming up. I think we're gonna make a lot of money moves in July. So let us get into it. First, we have mine and my husband's paychecks. What in the world has happened? Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry. I was on the wrong week and I was like, we do not have that much money coming in. And then side hustle. So both me and my husband worked a full 40 hours this last week. I got paid $790. He got paid $950, and then from my side hustle, I got $184. I don't make money off my side hustle every month. I have been trying to have that be a goal. Sorry, I could not type. But some of how much money I make is not dependent on me. All right. That means that this week our total income is $1,924, which is a lot. Very, very good. Very happy about that. So let's go ahead and dive onto our expenses. First and foremost, we have non-variable expenses. So these are expenses that come every week. They're always the same amount. Think they're not, but like subscriptions. So it's like a set amount every month. For us, this is rent. Our rent is always the same. It is $800. This month, we're only getting 4 paychecks, so we can just go ahead and divide everything by 4. So that's $200 a week towards rent. Our internet is $92. So we're putting $23 towards the internet. And those are the 2 expenses we have that stay consistent. Next is we have variable expenses. These are things where, for me, I set a target and then you can spend up until the target. So for instance, groceries, gas, and then we have a miscellaneous. So gas prices go up and down all the time. Groceries, some weeks you need more, some weeks you need less. So instead of making this a hard, you're spending $100, we give ourselves a cap. So the cap for groceries, we can spend up to $60. For gas, each of us get $50, so that's $100. And then miscellaneous gets $30. Now there are weeks, obviously, where we don't spend each $50 in gas, and then we will have rollover, so money that is left from this that is going to get rolled over into something else. But those get dealt with when the budget gets closed and when the cash stuffing takes place on Sundays. Next, we have subscriptions. So for our subscriptions, we have YouTube Premium. And then I have dropped my gym membership and we got Netflix instead. This was not really a trade-off as much as it was that I had not been using the membership. And then my husband and I were talking about getting Netflix, and I said, oh, I'll just cancel one and have the other instead. Both of these are $20 a month. 4 weeks in the month makes it $5 a week. And then we are adding a new category. I'm actually going to put it up here for dining. We had not really been allowing ourselves to eat out all that much, but we had discussed it and we said, let's do it. We had decided to give a monthly budget of $200, which makes it $50 a week. Obviously, we don't want to spend all of that, but if we want like a fancier dinner later in the month, we can store that money up throughout the month, right? Then we have our spending money. We did not have this until April when my husband got his job. We finally had money to go towards discretionary spending, and we thought long and hard about what this number should be, but ultimately we decided on $50 a person. That has not been affecting our budget too much. It's way lower percent than a lot of financial experts will tell you to spend on yourself, but we have some pretty big goals that we're trying to do, so it's been working great for us. So with those expenses, we are looking at, oops, yes, $573 on expenses. Which is 30%, which is not bad at all. Guess I could put that. Next is we have our sinking funds. We have quite a few sinking funds. We did not have this when we first started. So if you're just starting out, I would start with maybe even 0 sinking funds until you've got your expenses under control. And then you can start looking at sinking funds. So sinking funds are little buckets that you put money into, little categories that you put money into because you'll need that money over time. So there's 2 types of sinking funds. One is kind of like a target date fund. So if you have, for instance, like I do, car insurance or a phone bill that is paid once a year, you can take that bill and divide it up as much as you need. So that's what I do. My phone bill is about $650. Coincidentally, so is my car insurance. If I try to put money away each week, that's 52 weeks in a year. So we round up, that's $13 a week that we put into this category so that at the end of the year, we can pay that bill in full and not have to like scramble last minute to try and cash flow that or get money from somewhere to pay this bill. Other than that, you have revolving sinking funds. For us, this is car maintenance, pets, health, and gifts. So car maintenance is not like a place you get to, it just happens. So for us specifically, this is like oil changes, and car like rotations, and then if something breaks down, something happens. So we put $10 a week in here. It's really dependent on the car you drive and how it's been, how old it is, all this stuff, what you want to donate to it. Monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, as well as all these things, right? So it's very up to you. A budget's very personal. So my numbers are not going to be your numbers. That's just kind of how it is. For pets is also getting $10 because it's fully funded. So it's kind of weird because it's fully funded, but it's also a revolving fund. So basically the baseline for my pets is their vet bill, which comes up in February, and it's about $400. And then the revolving fund will cover food or litter, anything like that, other side things that they need throughout the year. Health gets $10. This is originally for co-pays and prescriptions. Currently, we have not been needing, but we did pay more in health this week. we paid, we're going to have a bill of $280. So normally this is for copays and prescriptions and just sunscreen, other things that are like medically needed, as well as like hygiene products. But we actually got a bill that we were not expecting from my husband's treatments. And so I went ahead and we're going to pay that this week. So we're going to put some money aside for that. We also put money aside this week for a, what do you call it? A graduation present for one of our friends who is graduating. So we put the rest of the money aside for that to be able to give them that graduation present. And that should be that on the sinking funds. So 140 and then 280. So we're putting $466 towards sinking funds. Normally it is not that high. It just happens to be this week. We have no debt, which is a very, very big deal to me. We have always tried to be debt-free, but it's been really hard. You know, I totally understand why people sometimes enter a life circumstance where they have to take on debt. But we're very lucky that we've never been in that circumstance. So we're going to keep ourselves out of it. So this leaves, or actually I guess we could do that. No, we'll wait on that calculation. So this leaves $885 for savings. So this is $885. We have buffer for our checking account. We have the Roth IRA for me and my husband. We have fully funded our emergency fund, which is fantastic. So now we just have a savings that we're going to be saving probably a home down payment in, and then stocks that we invest in. So the Roth IRAs get $135 a week. The stocks get $25. And then we can see what the rest is for our savings. Ooh, it's a round number. That's rough. Okay. I'll go ahead and put $585 into savings, and then we can have $5 in the buffer. Normally, I like it when it's an odd number so that we can split it better than this, but that is what it is today. And that makes for a zero-based budget, which is fantastic. Yeah, so the saving amount is 70% then, which is wild. But we spend these periodically, so it's not like all this is fully saved, which kind of makes it a little hard to fully grasp what's going on. But thank you guys all so much for being here today. I hope this makes sense. So this is what we have done this week. Thank you all so much for being here. The most important part has yet to come, which is when this week is over and we need to close out this budget and make sure that we are under budget and we didn't overspend on anything. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, everyone.